This is a year of greatness, but there is a ladder that leads to greatness. What is that ladder? Giving up your best. When your best does not reduce your standard or militate your effort in the things of God, actually give your best. When your pursuit of money does not hinder you from serving God wholeheartedly, you have given up your best. Any moment we give up our best, God takes over our challenges and also grant us victory. This is a year of greatness, and everybody desires to be great, but there is a ladder that leads to greatness. As many that climbed that ladder never ended up as men. Rather, they became men of timber and caliber. What is that ladder? Giving up your best. Giving up your best is one of the greatest keys to greatness. Many people have struggled for many years to extricate themselves from certain blames, jungles, mediocrity, and reproaches without any headway. There was no headway at all. But giving up your best is the best key for greatness. Do you want to become great? Give up your best. In Genesis chapter 22, God told Abraham to sacrifice his son Isaac. His son was his best. What is your best? Sacrifice it to God, and you will see yourself on the track of greatness. It is actually true that a lot of people desire to be great, but they don't want to pay the price of greatness. Did God actually want Isaac sacrificed? No! In the book of Leviticus chapter 20, from verse 1 to 5, God had warned them and also forbade them from carrying out human sacrifice. Then why should he tell Abraham to sacrifice his son? He didn't want the child dead physically, but spiritually. He wanted Abraham to sacrifice his son, his beloved son, his long-awaited and promised son. He wanted him to sacrifice this child in his heart. He wanted Abraham to prove that he loved him more than his son. God actually wants you to sacrifice your best. He wants you to give up your best. That does not mean that he wants you to throw it away. He wants you to hand it over to him to control. Give God the opportunity to control your money, your wealth, your business, your job, your academics, your ministry, your life, and what have you. Give him the chance. When your best does not reduce your standard or militate your effort in the things of God, you've actually given your best. When your pursuit of money does not hinder you from serving God wholeheartedly, you have given up your best. Abraham sacrificed his best in his heart, and God gave him a substitute. A ram was given in the place of his son Isaac. Jesus said in the book of Luke chapter 9 verse 24, whosoever that save his life shall lose it. But whosoever that loses his life for my sake shall save it as well. Oftentimes, many people place their money, their wealth, their education, their marriage, their ministry in their heart instead of God. Many of them have risked themselves and those things. How do you expect peace in your house when the author of peace is outside? You cannot have peace if Christ is not in you. Do not allow your money, your business, your job, your academics, your marriage, your ministry, and what have you, to place your soul in risk. That's a grave error. It is suicidal. Don't do it. If the position of God in your heart is given to your business, your marriage, your academics, and what have you, you have placed them under risk. Abraham gave out his best. God gave him fourfold blessings for that. In the book of Genesis, chapter 22, from verse 16 to 18, God gave him fourfold blessings. Number one, God said to him, I will bless you. God promised to bless you. Blessings await you when you give up your best. Number two, God said to him, I will multiply your seeds. His best was his son Isaac. But God promised to multiply his children for not withholding Isaac from him. Anytime we hand over our best to God, He multiplies it in many folds. God said to him in number 3, your seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. What does that mean? God made him a great channel. In other words, God promised his seed dominion over his enemies. Any moment we give up our best, God takes over our challenges and also grant us victory. When your best is given to God, God takes over. Number 4, God said to him, in your seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. God made Abraham a channel of blessings for the whole world. That really fulfilled in the life of our Master Jesus Christ when He brought redemption for the whole world or for the world at large. Similarly, when we give up our best, God takes over. He makes us blessings to many. That's what God can do when we give up our best. Don't waste time. Let this moment be your own time. What is that best? Hand it over to Jehovah, and He will make you great. God bless you.